welcome to the Red River Valley of North Dakota. A land flowing with milk and honey. You're watching Beet Farmin Mitch. Good morning, people of YouTube. Today we got a couple things. First off, we're gonna go on a parts run and get some spare parts for the combine headers, your brake and sickle teeth, bolts, and all kinds of things. So we're gonna go to my favorite Case IH dealer and we're gonna get some parts. Ironically, the Case dealer and the John Deere dealer are right by each other. All right, let's check our list here. Chopper teeth, sickle teeth, chopper teeth. Yeah, straight combining edible beans. We don't have a lot of rocks, but I mean, sometimes you'll hit one or a chunk of metal and you break chopper teeth or sickle teeth, so it's always gotta restock. I had a pretty good stockpile at the beginning of harvest, but she's going down now. So we got a couple boxes of chopper teeth. These ones go on the drum. These are stationary chopper teeth. We got some bolts for the sickle teeth, box of sickle teeth, and I used up over half of my overlap kit in one day, so got one more of those. And these are kind of fun. This is a lickety split splice repair kit. Usually I just get it for the spare bolts and whatnot. So that's what we got. But we want to make sure we're chopping up the residue and cutting the beans good, so gotta have those things in top condition. Do you ever just go for a stroll down Equipment Avenue? It's pretty fun. Especially when they got lots of combines. Well, let's saddle up and get our combines to it. So we're gonna head out to the field and do kind of the daily routine combine service. Blow the air filters, radiator out, fuel them up. I got a pile of chopper teeth to fix. Check the sickle teeth. Let's check out our chopper situation here. Hey, I don't see any kick down here. I'll have to climb in here and still look, but usually you see the stationary chopper teeth those ones don't move, those are on the bottom, and you'll see them if they get kicked back below this rubber flap. And then the drum up there is what spins at 3,000 RPMs, and those ones too I'll check, but those ones don't break that often. It's mostly the stationary teeth get kicked back. This is the combine I was running. I do know I have some kicked back. Yep. You can see a couple of them kind of sticking down there, so I'll have to take this rubber flap off and kind of replace those sections, but it's not too bad. Usually these teeth, they get kicked back and you just kind of, there's a carriage bolt system you can just clip them back in. I do have one drum tooth missing up there, it looks like. So lots of projects. It usually takes a fair bit of the morning to get all these ready, but I don't mind working on them, especially when it's not super, well, it's not super hot and miserable this morning, nor is it super cold. It's kind of just right. Nice to wear a sweatshirt. But I like working on combines. You know, I was telling a combine mechanic at the Case dealer this morning that if I didn't farm, I'd want to be a combine mechanic. They're just incredible machines, and they're fun to work on most of the time. Welcome to the engine bay. So pretty standard, check these 3 dipsticks. Engine oil, this one is rotor gearbox. And then this one is the PTO. This one you kind of have to dip a couple times, it seems like. Yeah, see, it looks like it's low. You probably can't see that. And then we're above the line. Oh yeah, and this is the hydraulic oil. Well, I'm not seeing any oil leaks anywhere. Although I shouldn't say I haven't seen any oil leaks anywhere, I have. Right here. There's some sort of oil leaking out of there. There is a sight glass here. I see oil in it. I'm pretty sure it's its own separate little gearbox. That's also something to keep an eye on, but I don't think it requires immediate attention. We're not going to shut down the combines because of that right now. But it is something that we should make sure is not going to blow apart on us. I already blew it out, fueled it up. Chopper teeth are good. General inspection looks good. Oh, I still gotta grease it, but I usually do that at the end. I should take a peek in the rotor. Make sure everything's up to snuff. Everything looks pretty good. Ready to munch on some pinto beans. Chopper tooth out there. And a whole section missing. So yeah, technically these blades aren't broken. They just get kicked back. And you just gotta reset them. So we recently discovered we like to have a few of these sections ready, and we just kind of pop and swap them in and out, and that's been kind of nice. Then I just kind of fix them later. So. And we're combining pinto beans. I like it. Pinto beans are an interesting crop to combine. They're a little more math involved in being careful because you don't want to split them apart. You want to keep them in good shape, and you got to make sure you get them all. And you might be wondering, hey, what's that silver thing on the front? That's an air bar. And so basically what that does is after your beans are cut, it'll keep them in the header, it'll blow them and keep them in so they don't fall out. And also it kind of blows them up too before they get cut so they're standing up. So air bars definitely help save the beans here so they're not just falling back into the reel. Doing a nice job behind the header, I like to see that. Oh, I got some dirt on here. Fixing chopper teeth, it's not the cleanest job around. And I already picked up one buddy today. So if you've seen my videos in the past, you've seen me kind of explain straight combining pinto beans versus some of the other methods like knifing. And we used to knife, but this is the first year that we decided to go all straight combining and see what we think. It's a lot less time and labor when you just straight combine them, but you get a little more shatter on the ground, so it's kind of where do you draw the line. And it looks really good behind our headers here, so we are happy with that. Pretty much always watching the sickle to make sure I'm not pushing a rock or pushing dirt or something, because then you get a big mound in there, and combines do not process dirt very well. Oh, we're pushing. That's exactly what I mean. You break the sickle tooth and that happens, and sometimes you're pushing stuff. So I'm pretty much always watching the sickle for stuff like that. In the United States, North Dakota is the #1 producer of dry edible beans, and also pinto beans, which is a dry edible bean. Straight across the road, I said dry edible beans. Well, that also includes black beans. They are currently combining black beans over there. And we used to grow navy beans, there's kidney beans here. This is beanland, and beetland, and wheatland, and spudland. It's all the land. It's the promised land, but not the promised land. I should have packed some pinto beans in my lunch today. Not showing much for loss at all. We're catching them. Since I heard a rock or something there, I'm gonna dump my rock trap. I like to do this pretty regularly. rock trap in the header there. I take a look too when I unload to see if there's any rocks. I'll go pick them up. But that's a nice feature. And with all these little compartments on here, you got all kinds of room for some snacks. Keep that guy for later. And got a pile of meals back there. I have eaten our own pinto beans before. They're pretty good. Just soak them in water overnight and boil them up the next day. Then you can make like your own kind of baked beans or seasoned beans, or you can just boil them, eat them with some butter, salt, and pepper. They're pretty good like that too. My feeder house stopped spinning, so let's go see what's going on. Yeah, I was pushing a little bit back there. Alright, let's give her up. Good to go. Whenever I push dirt like that, I always like to dump the rock drop. Make room for a rock. As the fine man Shrek once said, better out than in, I always say. Same is true for rocks and combines. Also, I got some info here. Okay, first off, thank you to the people that have sent Jenny, Oliver, and I fan mail. If that's something you'd be interested in, I got the P.O. Box number down in the description. Also, shout out to Blaine Mellon, my nephew. Thank you for watching Beet Farmin Mitch. Appreciate you, buddy. It's getting dark out, and that's usually when the combines start to break down. We should have plenty of time to finish pinto beans tomorrow, so we're gonna park them. But anyway, we'll see you in the morning because you can't miss the end of pinto bean harvest. It's always a special time. So we'll see you in tomorrow morning in a few seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. A new day has dawned. Doing a nice job behind us, and man, 3 combines going, it doesn't take long. Gosh, the question is, this is like a spare tire. Do you eat it, do you use it, or do you save it? Well, we got that piece wrapped up, so we're gonna fold my hopper in with that switch. And we're gonna fold up my back auger with that switch. So, if we're going on like a highway or on a long journey, we'll take the headers off and put them into road mode. And then you just pull them behind the combine. But we're only going a few miles on gravel, so we just leave them on. I mean, you hardly pass anyone. Maybe one person in a pickup, they pull over, it's not a big deal. Well, we made it. So we're gonna switch down to second gear from road gear. Turn road mode, the flashers off. Open up our hopper. Good enough for now. And auto steer switch. We already combined part of this field. This was actually the field I was combining with the AF11 on. Didn't quite finish it because we got rained out, but we got a pretty good chunk done. We also can put my pitch back. I've been running at C1/2. And my reel, been running all the way forward and back a touch and down all the way. So we'll get lined up here. We have to set a new heading. We're going at a 7-degree angle, so that's 353. And there we go. Turn on the separator while we're idled down. Idle up slowly. And then start our header. The last pass. You know, this has been a pretty rough pinto bean harvest. A lot of sickle teeth, a lot of chopper teeth, but we're just about there. I think we can do it. This is it. Pinto Beet Harvest 2024 is in the books. It's been a great time. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get emptied out. We're gonna clean this off. Anyway, this is Beet Farmin Mitch. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to keep it sweet.